Morning, guys. It's 6:45 in the morning, Sunday, the 27th of October, 2024. And we were Jancy Roseman, California, trying to see what's going on online. We have an issue, guys. Yeah. How would you like when you're doing early voting and you happen to wear something that's totally inappropriate, such as, well, let's just say that you came in with a shirt or a hat, uh, and this is an announcement to people that you are making this candidate your choice. What happened during that time was a few days ago in a Texas town doing early voting, a poll worker got attacked, hit several times before the guy left, ran for it when he got home. He came in to do some voting, but the thing is, he wore a maggot hat. I didn't say maggot, I said maggot because he is a maggot. I know it's a character assassination, but anyway, they knew where he was, where he ran home. Goes in the voting register and ledger information in there. They got his address. They verified his address at the polling station, and the guy was told he can't have that hat in there. He was told to leave. In fact, he was ushered, and he wasn't going to do it. He wasn't going to take off the hat. Now he's got a prison mugshot being posted all over the world because he beat up a poll worker. He beat up a poll worker over his damn hat. You know, it's not enough that we actually have these people trying to fight each other for little differences here and there, but when you start bringing it on a poll worker, you're crossing lines massively, and it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable at all. A few hours ago, in part of town that was a block or two away from me, didn't even hear it, but it happened. We had a shooting in an apartment. Somehow there was a chase going on. Cops were coming, or in the area, and there was a shooting at an apartment. A teenager lost his life. They're still waiting for the coroner to pick up the body. Couldn't save him. Don't know the full details. I'm getting it from secondhand sources. I'm getting it from neighbors in the area who are heard what happened, watching what was happening. Some in the apartment complex and others in the neighborhood and trailer homes who were hearing things going on. Somebody actually posted a screenshot of a call that went out. It's getting too close to home. It's getting too close to home. It's a it's a pretty sunrise this morning. Very wispy with the clouds. Streamers coming through. I don't know if we're gonna get any rain or not. I hope so. That'll be something. Something that we all needed. But I am still . I'm still waking up on this one. Other than that, regarding what's happening in the news, I'm still waiting for the news cycles to recycle itself so we can see what's going on. Because we're getting close to election time. One more week. I mean, as I said before, today is Sunday and it's the 27th. Which means next week will be the Super Tuesday. And people will be voting. And we still have more things happening. Now, when I mentioned about the MAGA situation, yeah, I know I said maggot because it seems like the Trumplicans keep replicating like they're coming out of maggots, thinking and all. I've been hearing strange things concerning about a few rallies that Trump is still showing mental instability, mental breakdown. But also some people are leaving his rallies, his supporters. I mean, already the past 2 or 3 times he's already had um, a little show to see what's going, to entice people. But when you leave people stuck in a desert, or you don't show up in time, not even about a few minutes late, about 3 hours late, and he comes back to nobody there, or hardly anybody there in his rally, because most of the people left. Not good. He was spending too much time on this one guy, just mouthing off. Should have been spending about, you know, a few minutes on the show. He spent 3 hours mouthing off. So the podcast, people listen to, but people are getting video uh, videos on the chats, actually on the rallies. So the independents are having a field day on this one. If that wasn't bad enough, we're still. I'm still expecting more and more happening overseas that's going to be affecting us a great deal. Because now we are getting more and more of a back and forth with the Middle East. I can't say a little bit of a scuffle here. We're talking about a war. And I did say it on my channels, war. Israel did bombing about 1 or 2 days ago in Iran and a few select targets. No military and no nuclear, if any, facilities. Congress still wanted that to happen anyway, just so they can be tough and tough talking and other people. But this one. Then you hear the other talk from people saying, well, it's going to calm down, it's going to ease off. And I'm thinking to myself last night, it ain't. Iran's going to retaliate. And then what I'm discovering right now is social media. Tel Aviv got attacked, or near it. Iran strikes back. So now Israel's being, told, okay, this is it. This is it. Just don't go crazy. No, Netanyahu at this one, he's going to go nuts on this one. Defend Israel, which means he needs to have the last shot and tell the guys, you back down. Iran's not going to do it. Iran's going to find a way to get back at them. And it seems like they did. I'm trying to get information on this one because this is unheard. This is not unheard of. This is going into another war situation here. We're going to be getting into a full-scale pretty shortly on this one in the Middle East. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I am wrong on this one. Because in my lifetime, I'm seeing things deteriorating. It's one thing to see it being tenuous. This isn't tenuous. I'm expecting to get Syria involved. I'm expecting, well, Lebanon to continue with its with its border skirmishes with Israel. The United States still arguing in Congress concerning about what matter of weaponry and supplies they're going to get. If they are going to be arguing about this one in Congress, they got election year coming up. Everyone's geared for elections. The world knows we're going gearing for elections, for a new leader for next week. But until that happens, Congress still needs to work. But they're on a break because they're too busy running for their damn seats. And this is going to be hard as hell to deal with this. Everyone's going to have their own viewpoints of what's going on. But what I'm expecting is if they don't get Iran to back down, I mean, if we don't get any diplomatic solutions going on with Iran and Israel, this is going to be going over back and forth. I don't know where Iran's going to be getting its missiles. I mean, they said they've got a lot of missiles, just not the fighter craft necessary for it. But if they do, they're going to be defending within their borders. All they can do is just lob missiles right over countries to get to Israel. And with the Iron Patriot system and other systems being depleting, going through depletion right now, I don't know how long this damn thing's going to last. To tell you the truth, I don't know how long this whole nightmare is going to last. It was one thing growing up and hearing about the what was it, the Egyptian versus Israel, and then there was Israel versus Lebanon. Of course, I think they actually had Israel versus Syria. I lost track throughout the time of how many times they've had war situations, and then barely a decade or two about potential peace if they actually had it. Then something sets it off, and then they go through another cycle of this shit. Meanwhile, the finger blaming is still going on in the Middle East on this one. Doesn't matter who's responsible. They're still firing at each other. And now, that wasn't bad enough. Ukraine still got the war continuing. And as I said before, Russia is getting troops from North Korea. They'll get the North Korean trains and Russian techniques and then get them to the front line. Maybe they're going to be doing the drone strikes. But if they've got troops on the ground, if they've got boots on the ground, they're going to be using them. And the Ukraine knows. They've been keeping track. So now I'm expecting something else to go crazy. I keep thinking that the United States is too stable. We're too stable to have something like internal politics to happen. But we're not that stable enough. We're still arguing with each other, and we're still telling each other that we're going to be fighting each other because of our political differences. There was grifters out there in the theology field. One of them wanted to get jets, private jets, because they feel they can't fly on commercial or take a train because there might be bad guys, demons on there. If that wasn't weird enough. They made fun about that one on the independent medias out there on social media. Not much in the corporate. Everyone's gearing up for next Tuesday. Not this coming Tuesday, but next Tuesday. And we're trying to see just how far screwed up we're going to be. So, early morning news is going to be in the World Series. Already 2 times in Dodger land, in Dodger Stadium, over Chavez Ravine, the Dodgers managed to pull off 2 wins, but with an issue. Their star pitcher, Ohani, he threw his muscle. He threw out his pitching arm. So now what he's going to be out for the rest of the season. I am thinking about this one. I'm thinking about this one. So they packed up their stuff and moved over to New York, and tomorrow, around 5ish, they're going to have the Yankees going after the Dodgers, and maybe they'll win a game. But it's going to be a major struggle. They're showing videos left and right of how the game was going last night. And it seemed like last night, the picture, they're showing it on how he threw out his shoulder. I'll show you there's no good sportsmanship between the Yankees and Dodgers. Especially when their star pitcher is rolling around in pain. And I saw one of the Yankee players just, oh, well, he's injured. Oh, well, I'm just going to run past the guy. If the other human being is on the ground moaning in pain and he's not trying to help him up, that would have been good sportsmanship. But nope. Not in World Series. It's dog eat dog at this point over here, and I'm still waiting for a fight to happen. So, we'll see what happens for tomorrow night. Besides that, that's all I got for right now.